Hello guys and welcome to C-Base TV. Today we are discussing on the topic why instrumentalists doesn't pay offerings in church. So I have with me here Joy, Glory and Emmanuel.
Hi.
Can we hear your thoughts about
Okay, some persons are saying some instrumentalists have not been giving their tithe and offerings. And why? So the why is what we want to talk about. And the truth is that I honestly would not know why exactly, but I would say it's a foundation problem. It's either the person doesn't think offering is necessary, or the person has not come to understand that he's also part of the church. I think sometimes the instrumentalists separate themselves that every other thing happening in the church or the program, they are exempted. I just come, maybe I be painter, concern me too, na they do, or I'm just like a workman one side, right? But I think by the time they start putting themselves as part of the service or what's happening there in church, I think the consideration of giving my offering as an important thing I'm doing towards God would come to play. That's what I think at this moment.
Okay, I feel why some of them, because not all,
Yeah.
some of them do give their tithes and offering, but I think why some of them don't come out to give offering in church is because they feel what they are doing is already an offering. The services they are rendering
Okay.
is already
Something.
something big. I think that's how they feel, because I am not an instrumentalist, but I
Okay.
think that's how they feel.
Yeah.
They feel what they are doing, the services they are rendering, their talents and everything. They feel it's an offering big enough than for them to like come out and give a monetary donation. You understand? So that's just how I see it in my own perspective.
Offering is not donation.
But to me,
Yeah.
they're actually giving their offerings.
Mm.
You understand? You know now they play the instruments. You
To
dance.
you, not to
Yeah,
God.
yeah,
That's
they
to
have-
you.
they have- they have-
That's to you.
They have given
He's
their
trying
offering.
to
You
defend
understand?
himself.
Every other person, okay, the pastor, do you know that preaching is actually something?
Yes.
He's stewarding the whole people, so he
Yes.
shouldn't give his offering.
No. That one is different. The pastor is different.
The choir,
How different is the pastor?
what about the choir?
The instrumentalist.
After
they make
the
you to
choir
dance.
sing,
they make you to dance?
Yeah, they make
So
you to
you,
dance.
without the pastor coming there to preach, how can you come and gather
Why are
yourself?
you there?
How are you there?
So how will you be fed?
Okay, the choir that is singing, what about them? They
They
should
also
You know you need sound to ascend. You need sound to dance. You understand? So you cannot use your five.
No, I
Okay,
can
so
sing
you
and
just
dance
lie.
myself
I think,
and
I
be
think, I
acceptable
think
with
our brother
everyone.
is just trying to defend himself because
Okay.
he is an
It's
instrumentalist. You can go on.
No, that is actually your own point of view.
Yeah,
Yes, that's what you think. Okay, me for about the instrumentalist not paying offering in church. Me, I think sometimes they are being carried away. Mostly, some of them sitting on the drum, they will be thinking like, okay, I'm drumming. Once I pause, who
No,
then,
not necessarily. You don't have to
take-
post, and later you can always say,
Later, it has already passed. Yes, it has already passed. That one, that section is off already. You get so the work basically on something going like they are doing present, not the future or the past. So
okay, the thing is that, see, I think foundation also for a person is important. When a person has a personal relationship with God, it's not a matter of if the crowd is doing it or not.
Yes.
I still remember growing up, my dad, from when we were very tender, any money given to you, he will tell you that first thing, have you removed your tithe? Even if it's 500, he will tell you, you know how to calculate your tithe, right? And we say yes, 550 naira. You say keep it in your Bible for church on Sunday. I think that way, we initially were like, oh, it's just activity, but when we started reading scriptures, we understood the importance as we showing our love to God and allegiance to God. We started doing it naturally. So any kobo. So I think the same thing with instrumentalists. Some of them, the issue is that they are not yet quite grounded.
Yes.
The way we are saying is some, because some of them are really quite grounded. Some of them are not yet quite grounded. So they are just there. In short, it will be direct for me to say some of them have not born again yet.
yes.
No.
We are still
No,
praying for their
that's
salvation.
they said
No,
some.
no, I'm saying some. Some of them we are still praying for their salvation. You understand? They've not accepted Jesus saving finish. If that's how to put it right, they've not accepted Christ fully. They are church. Some of them were born in church, but they are not yet born again.
I'm not actually supporting the instrumental, but you know that sometimes most often instrumentalists we don't always go with too much change, so we don't have.
Okay.
Drastic measurements too.
And sometimes too, the instrumentalists, you are coming, you don't have that mindset. Like it skips the
What is happening to the mindset? That's the problem. What's happening to the mind? I think the mind needs to be worked on. That's the problem here.
Wow. Actually, I accept. I go with that. But come to think of it in this way.
Okay.
Those that are actually paying the offerings or giving the offerings and the tithes, there is something I notice mostly in churches now, like in acts of giving. Some people do believe giving God something, like you are giving the offering. God is not coming from heaven to take the offering himself. So you are giving the offering to the man of God, the reverend father, or the person that is ministering to you. You are giving the offering for him to use.
I think even if that's the case, it's not a bad thing, because if you go back to the Old Testament, there are talks of the Levites, and the people bring things and they are giving those sacrifices to the Levites. The Levites are supposed to be the pastors. Yes. So they are getting it because that's their payment. They were not paid by any means then. So those are the things they receive. God has received it because it's individual. God knows the people that brought.
Yes.
But eventually, the physical use may be for them, but doesn't mean that it should be counted that it is to man, not unto God.
And again, we should encourage ourselves on the acts of giving to, like, most people don't normally give more than 15 naira. If you go to the offering box in the church, mostly the currency you see there is 15 naira. The highest you could see sometimes 100 naira or 500. Few 1,500 naira will you find inside the offering box. No. We should at least try and encourage ourselves to be giving something more huge.
Okay, an advice for everyone, not just the instrumentalists, the act of giving. You should master the act of giving to God. Don't be saying that this money I'm giving is to the pastor. That is not for you. No,
it's not a good. Exactly.
Yeah. You should just think they have given it to God.
Yes.
They are showing
love.
allegiance, love to God. Yeah. So don't think that it's the pastor that is going to benefit from all of this. The instrumentalist, please, even if you are playing your drum, bring out the money, give it to someone, or maybe afterwards, you can still give.
Some will put it behind their pocket.
God
already. So when they are playing, they tell someone pick it and put it in the basket.
God knows that, okay, you're the one giving this, even if you give it to another person to God sees your heart. So instrumentalist, please.
Because there's no love without giving. There's no genuine love without giving.
Exactly.
You love somebody. You can never say I love a person and you've never given the person anything.
Do you know offering is diversified? You understand? You can be dancing and it's offering. You can be singing, you are offering to God. So you guys, like concerning what our brother said concerning regarding 15 naira is always in the offering box. See, let me tell you, for me, if you want to get currency, 500 naira, 1,000 naira is always found in the ATM machines. 200 naira, if you need 200 naira, go to the beer parlor, you always see 200 naira. If you need 100 naira, you go to
the church.
No, not church. You go to all these kiosks.
Okay,
so now if you're looking for 50 naira, 20 naira, 10 naira, 5 naira, you just go to the church offering basket. Yes.
So are you trying to encourage them that they should be giving God small amounts of money? Why God is giving them 50 naira?
50 naira has no use in the market currently.
Nothing. You cannot get anything. Even TomTom. I went to buy TomTom from my school canteen. I bought only one TomTom for 50 naira. I was so surprised. So you are giving God 50 naira. What did you then intend?
I'm not supporting the fact that they should not. But what I'm just trying to make you guys understand is that giving offering is diversified. You understand? You can be dancing, you can be singing, you can be like you are singing.
At the end of the day, I think God will just help our love life.
You know they say dance offering.
No. But the same David that taught us dance offering still taught us about giving. David gave a lot to the Lord. He gave a lot, yet he was a king. He would have withheld these things, but he did. He even gave all the things they used to build the temple, although God told him he wouldn't build the temple. But eventually most of the things used in building the temple was given by David before he died. And the Bible also says that he that giveth sparingly will in return receive sparingly. He that giveth bountifully will get bountifully. So it's a personal thing, and I think we should encourage people to do so.
Okay, I think here we have come to the end of today's section. And I encourage those of us watching to watch and then also drop our comments what we think should be done that is not being done in the church, or the advice we want to give to the instrumentalist, you should drop it in the comment section, and also click on that notification button, subscribe to our YouTube channel,
Please.
and both the Facebook. Just stay with us.
You.
God bless you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.